Who do you think would win in a fight between Sonic and Pac-Man? If they were to not be friends and to be enemies, how would that go down? It's very cool to have a crossover that kind of goes both ways across both games. When you started trying to work out how's it going to work in each game, what were the processes like? Were there lots of approvals you had to get, or did you have a lot of freedom to work it out on each side?
Initially, we proposed that we combine the Pac-Man village and the maze and lay it out into one round circuit, oval circuit. And I think we had quite a lot of freedom. And for us, we really wanted to have the Green Hill motif into our world, and so we dared to ask Sega we have that, and we got the okay from that. And for going forward, we started with the developing process, and throughout the process we also let the Sega team of course review and give us some feedback and advice. And that was really very important and very valuable to us, was to see how much effort, how much love for detail goes into Sonic, and also to the green hill designing. So that was a process we enjoyed a lot and learned about.
Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is obviously, because you have the dynamic of kind of going through portals into other worlds, it's kind of perfectly set up to collaborate with other brands and to bring in other worlds. Was that kind of always part of the idea for this game? Was that like the earliest kind of inception of what you wanted to do?
Portals, or the travel rings as we call them, appear in the second lap, and then you can warp into different worlds. So of course it is very suitable for collaborations, but actually we didn't have them in mind in the beginning. We just thought that would be exciting as a racing game to have the possibility to explore new worlds. And after that we first thought, okay, because at Sega All-Stars Racing we had a lot of other Sega characters appearing, and this idea could also be implemented into this game. And we started with Sega characters, and from that we thought, it would also be interesting to use other characters from other IPs. So the idea got broader and broader. Now with the season pass we have the possibility to also bring in different IP characters.
On the Pac-Man side, obviously you have Pac-Man World 2 Re-PAC. It was obviously worked out as very good timing that these two things could launch so close together. What was kind of the reasoning behind bringing back Pac-Man World to Re-PAC at this moment? Why was it the right time to do an updated version of it?
Initially we launched Pac-Man World Re-PAC 1 in 2022, and this was due to a lot of fan requests we had, because they thought, please give us a remastered version, a remake version of Pac-Man World. And that was then we decided after 20 years to have this Pac-Man World Re-PAC 1 launched. And yes, fans kept on requesting, and we got the new version would be suitable. We decided to have this.
I wanted to ask, was when you started talking about we want to kind of bring these two characters together, did either of you on either side encounter any obstacles, or anyone saying, that's a rival character, we don't want to be teaming up, we want to be kind of separating them, kind of thing?
Both Pac-Man and Sonic really iconic characters, also from the old gaming generations, so the long history. And for mobile titles we were collaborating also at an earlier stage in this time as well. I can only say it was very amicable, a lot of friendships involved, and we didn't see any accidents. Also say we don't see each other as rivals, but both Sonic and Pac-Man are really IP characters which are long-standing and long-loved gaming titles. So I think when we can just contribute to each other to make it even more popular, that's just a win.
Who do you think would win in a fight between Sonic and Pac-Man? If they were to not be friends and to be enemies, how would that go down?
そりゃあれですよ、足で走ればソニックの方が速いと思います。
But this time they will be racing in a car, so it depends on the functionality and the skill of the user, how customize.
One thing that I love about this is seeing companies and characters that could have been thought of as competitors but coming together to collaborate. I think I like seeing things like that in the industry and in real life as well. I also think an interesting thing at the moment is we're seeing lots of games coming out. Sorry, this is going to be a long and garbled question now. I was at the preview event for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds at McLaren a few weeks ago, and they were talking about how it was very deliberate that the game is going to be multi-platform. You don't want to kind of wall it off from anyone. And again, it feels like barriers coming down, people collaborating. Is that what you guys would like to see more of in the world? Is that something you deliberately set out to do in the industry? Is to make things that anyone can play and to bring things together rather than separate them?
So maybe we didn't have this broad picture in mind, but with Sonic titles we always thought that no matter what platform you're using, we want Sonic fans to be able to enjoy the game. And this time with the racing, we also thought if you have friends using different consoles, playing on different platforms, it would be great that they can compete online across multi-platform. So that was something that we already had in mind at the very beginning, and definitely wanted to realize that this online cross-platform play is possible. So maybe we didn't have this role.
You might not remember, we spoke here last year about Sonic and Shadow Generations, and we spoke a little bit about Sonic Movie 3, which was yet to come out at that moment in time. I was wondering, now that the film has come out, how did you feel about the reception and the success? Personally, I love what Keanu brought to the film. Were you pleased with how that all went? And yeah, that was basically the question.
The movies 1, 2, and 3 really raised the popularity. So 3 was the most popular one, I think, and it was based on the Adventure 2 scenario. So when I read the first script, I already thought, okay, this is going to be great. This is going to be a really great movie. And concerning Keanu, from the fans, we also heard, okay, Shadow's voice really has to be Keanu Reeves. We already heard that in advance a lot, so we were sure that also they will appreciate of Keanu Reeves actually starring his voice, and it was our first choice from the beginning as well. And we really appreciate how much it will bring in, so every spirit of his coolness, and yeah, show a lot of emotions. Yeah. Draw a lot of emotion out of the videos and art and also life. Now we are also working on movie 4, so I am very enjoying them soon too.
Would you guys potentially like to see Sonic and Pac-Man teaming up in other ways now that you have this relationship built up? Could there be some kind of, movie crossover or something like that? Could they meet in other places?
Sonic and Pac-Man, they're really a great combination. Blue and yellow go together very well. So we hope that this can be kind of a stepping stone for something further.
I wanted to ask a little bit more about how you've integrated Sonic into Pac-Man World 2 Re-PAC. I saw the trailer at opening night live, and it looked like you had a character that's kind of like a hybrid between the two. It's like was this Sonic with a Pac-Man face or Pac-Man with a Sonic face? What was that, and how did you kind of land on doing that?
So that was because in Pac-Man World 2 Re-PAC we have this copy show where also the public can wear costumes, and that was the idea behind it, that we also have costume ready for Pac-Man to wear a Sonic costume.
Yes.